This is NBC Connecticut Today at 5.
Right now at 5 on NBC Connecticut Today, flames tear through part of Waterbury, forcing families out of their homes and sending 2 firefighters to the hospital.
We are live from the scene with a new look at the damage and what crews are watching for this morning.
And we're taking a live look over the capital city, where we're going to see a little bit more cloud cover today. It's humid, but beautiful weekend is going to be underway. We're also talking about a small chance for storms. All those details in your Storm Tracker forecast.
And a new report on reading skills is raising serious questions in Oak Saybrook, why parents say they're losing patience with school leaders. It is Friday, July 10th. NBC Connecticut Today at 5 starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for starting this Friday with us. I'm Eddie Randall.
And I'm Taylor Regan. Let's begin with the forecast. Storm Tracker meteorologist Alexis Clemens is here in for Bob today. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you guys?
Good.
You know.
All right, Alexis, thank you. And topping our news headlines at 5 this morning is a developing story out of Waterbury, where crews there remain at the scene of a massive fire that damaged nearly a third of a city block. So businesses and apartments were involved, and now multiple families are without a place to stay.
We want you to take a look at the drone video behind us. You can see those flames engulfing buildings as firefighters attempted to put it out from multiple angles. And this all happened on South Main Street, about a half mile from the city green.
And this morning, the investigation continues into how it all started. NBC Connecticut's Braceda Landaverde is live for us in Waterbury. And Bree, we just showed what that scene looked like overnight. What are you seeing out there right now? Looks pretty busy still.
Eddie and Taylor, that's right. It is really busy here on South Main Street. We see different areas of the area closed. So if you're traveling this morning, just keep that in mind. We see firefighters here still cleaning up. The investigation, as you said, is still ongoing. And getting out of the car today, as soon as you get out, you could instantly smell the residue, what is left from this fire. We know that several families are impacted without a home. 2 firefighters were taken to the hospital, and also several businesses impacted in the area. Now, we do have video from last night that we want to show you. Multiple firefighters found buildings up in flames, including La Boriquena, a Puerto Rican restaurant, along with a deli and small grocery store. Now, there are multiple apartment buildings in the area, and 15 people had to find a different place to stay for the night. We also have that drone footage giving us a bird's eye view. The video shows firefighters attacking the fire from different angles with large streams of water blasting onto the roof. First responders were able to get a handle on the main part of the fire to keep it from spreading.
We don't believe there's going to be a collapse hazard where it might endanger any of the other buildings.
Now, this morning we have reached out to fire officials to get an update on how those firefighters are doing from yesterday. At last check, the fire chief said they are expected to be okay. One of them suffering from a knee injury. We also want to give you an update on outages, because fire officials had to put out the power here in Waterbury. Last night it was 200. We checked this morning. I checked on Eversource. There's about 27. So that number is down significantly. So keep that in mind if you live in the area. And again, the road closures here on South Main Street if you're traveling this morning. For now, live in Waterbury, Braceda Landaverde, NBC Connecticut News. We'll send it back to you.
Incredible shots from the ground and from the sky, Bree. Thank you for keeping us updated. We'll check back in with you in 30 minutes. And at 5:05, we are staying on top of more developing news. This story coming out of Groton, where police are still searching for 2 men after they say one of them rammed a police cruiser with an officer inside.
Yeah, so we're told they were at a home on Shinnecossett Road attempting to serve a warrant to Jaden Rivera when he took off with another man. Police say the 2 hit a cruiser as they fled, then abandoned their car near the Bayberry Lane boat launch. This drone video that you can see on your screen right now shows officers searching neighborhoods near Eastwood Road.
And police say the men were also caught on home security cameras walking through backyards when Rivera is found. Investigators say he'll likely face additional charges. Now, we have asked police what he was originally wanted for. Remember, we told you about that search warrant they were trying to serve, but we haven't got an answer yet. I want to bring your attention right here to this video. This is something you likely remember. State police say a youth basketball coach intentionally drove into a parent in Columbia. Today, Brian Baez Rivera is due back in court. So you'll remember this all happened back in January of 2025 outside of Horace Porter School after an argument at a girls' rec basketball game. At the time, Baez Rivera told police that he drove away because he feared for his safety and the safety of his children in his car. The parent who was hit also got charged with breach of peace after state police said that that person was the primary aggressor. Baez Rivera pleaded guilty back in March.
Democratic gubernatorial candidate Josh Elliott just got a big boost in his challenge against Governor Ned Lamont. The state has approved nearly $4 million in public campaign funding for Elliott's primary campaign. The money comes from Connecticut's Citizens Election Program, which is funded by abandoned property turned over to the state. If Elliott wins the Democratic nomination, he could receive another several $1 million for the general election.
Our message is resonating with people, and now we're going to be able to spend just shy of $4 million over 4 weeks to get people to turn out, to hear the message that we're putting out there.
Republican Ryan Fazio has also qualified for public campaign funding. Governor Lamont, meanwhile, is once again paying for his own campaign, and he did the same for his prior 2 runs for governor. And now we want to get to Old Saybrook, where a new report is revealing students at Goodwin Elementary aren't reading at grade level. Families packed Thursday night's Board of Ed meeting, and tensions ran high. Some even called for board members to resign.
Parents that have had children in school for years now, they've heard this before. And so I'm wondering whether it's really going to come to fruition.
The report done by UConn found limited reading and writing instruction in the classroom. It came to the conclusion that teachers need more support. The superintendent says they're already implementing the recommendations, and the board meets again in 2 weeks. All right, your time now is 5:08, and imagine getting hands-on experience in your future career path before even committing to the job.
Well, a group of high school students are doing just that, both this week and next, for an annual Crime Scene Investigation Academy. This is happening at the University of New Haven, and that, of course, is where we find our Julia LeBlanc joining us live. Julia, you've been working on this since yesterday. Tell us about this story.
Hi there. Good morning to you guys. Yeah, this is really exciting for rising high schoolers, rising sophomores and seniors as well. And about 20 of them are participating in this week's academy from all over the region and country, from Connecticut to California, just to get a taste of what exactly this field looks like before they decide whether or not they go into it. And they're learning from real crime scene investigators here. The person who runs the program, Maria Torrey, now she has experience as a crime scene technician and a forensic scientist, and the students get a peek at what UNH students are studying here. They have a couple of lecture days, a day in the lab, and then they help look for evidence at a mock crime scene in the campus crime scene house, which is where we are right now. We visited the building yesterday inside, where each room has a different crime scene unrelated to the next, and we watched as the students collected evidence and put their teachings to practice. Now, Tori says she wants her students to understand that it's not like what you see on television, and the job is serious and for a special kind of person.
It is not a job that just anybody can do. We like to have science and scientific principles applied at a scene. If something goes wrong at a crime scene, if we have a misapplication of science or we miss something, that kind of has a ripple effect throughout the investigation.
Now, Tori says many times those who come to this academy make the final call that they do want to go into this field. Now, back out here live, the academy's already booked up, of course, for this week and next, and it books up fast. So if you know anybody who is interested, whether they're from here or from anywhere else across the country, tell them that registration usually opens up in the spring. We're live here in West Haven. Julia LeBlanc, NBC Connecticut News. Guys, back to you.
Julia, can we ask you real quick? I mean, you've been working on the story. What is it like to be able to see these students and learn how they get this hands-on experience? It's incredible.
It's inspiring. I mean, we all know how difficult it is to decide what you want to do, even when you're in college. Maybe you change your major, try something else. It's all about getting your hands in there, getting down to business and seeing, is this something that I'm actually really interested in? So it's a great experience for these students. And one student you'll hear from in the next half hour said it was the experience of a lifetime, the best in her life so far. So I can't wait for you guys to meet her.
Looking forward to hearing more about that, Julia. Thank you for sharing that story with us. Let's get another check on the forecast now. Alexis, how's it looking?
You know, not too bad at all out there. It's summer, It feels like it out there, but not nearly as bad as what it did last week, if you recall. It's warm out there this morning, though. 72 degrees in Hartford, 74 in New Haven, 73 degrees in Willimantic. A little humid as well, and that will lead to the chance for a couple of storms later today. But just like yesterday, a lot of us are going to stay dry, but the chance for a couple of isolated guys to pop up. That'll be here this afternoon and evening. We're looking at a beautiful weekend ahead, especially as we head towards Sunday and Monday with abundant sunshine, lower humidity. And it will be, that is before we warm up. We're going to be back in the 90s for only a couple of days next week. I'll explain what exactly we're tracking here. That's coming up in your full forecast in about 5 minutes. Guys, back to you.
All right, Alexis, thank you. Still ahead, gas prices are rising once again amid the ongoing conflict with Iran. What you can expect when you fill up your tank next.
And we've been talking all week about those 4th of July storms from last weekend. Well, they may have set a record here in our state. We're going to explain.